Alright, welcome back guys. Welcome to episode 7. Just real quick, I want to show some skills. Like I said, we got the Breath of Light last episode. Next, we want Ascending Carp and Flowing Water. That's really what we're going to be going for in this tree. And then the Inchi double is something optional that you can pick up. I'm going to pick it up, and that's all we're going to get out of that tree. But anyways, back to the Ascendant Chamber, I believe, is where we're going. Check my notes real quick. Yes, okay. Alright, so there is a guy right here that you can death blow. But we're not going to death blow him right now because this is a new type of enemy that we are going to fight in this area. And there is a mini boss who was also this type of enemy. So this is a good chance to practice against them, learn their movesets, and get the deflects down, because the deflects are very important against these guys. So it's good little practice, just a little tip. As you can see, they are a little tough, but now we're going to go ahead and death blow them. Got a little bit of practice on them. Then we're going to open this door. As you can see, there's a couple of different enemies in this room. We're not going to worry about them for now. We're going to jump down and grapple here. Those are regular enemies all right there. And this guy is like the blue robe guy that we just fought, so he's important to kill first. We're going to kind of use this door as a choke point, and ideally light them on fire and keep them at bay. Very important to try to keep your fights isolated. Kill this guy. Get the gold. You want to hit these items, get the ill liver. Pretty much helps against lightning attacks. Grab the sugar. Grab the chest. And this Saramar Baru. So, I probably just butchered that, but that is a prosthetic tool that we can use. And it's going to come in handy. It's only useful like on a couple of things, but I guess the blue-robed enemies that we fought and we're gonna fight in the mini boss coming up, it's really effective against them. It's also effective against pretty much just people with like light armor or no armor. And I'll show that off later. For now, let's open these shortcuts. I believe this shortcut is... yeah, so this is where we fought that mini boss. And then we open the chest, and the door is locked. Gotta love the interconnectivity, don't you? Love it. Alright. Weird champ. Now we're gonna make our way over here. And just something I think worth noting, over there in the water, there is like a boss over there. And those are not carps. I think they're like piranhas or something. I'm not sure. But anyways, we're not going to be worrying about that right now. Grapple on up here. Jump up here. There is a spear bro here. There's two dudes. There's a spear bro and just like a regular guy. You can try to stealth kill either one. Ideally, you would do the spear dude. But we're just going to kill this guy. Make sure you got your Kiri counter down. Obviously not. And dude hits fucking hard. Anyways, let's fight this guy real quick. If you have your Makiri counter down, this guy will not give you as much trouble. As you can see, I clearly do not have the counter down, so having a little bit more issue with this guy than you really should, but there's a sweep. Counter. There we go. Beautiful. Get the heavy coin purse, suck up the gold. I'm going to come over here for an eavesdrop opportunity.
塩が足らぬと思うか。
ええ、食うのはもちろんですが、傷口や仏さんの清めにも入りようでして。
これだけ人死にが続いては、ということじゃな。
ええ、おかげで戦場病にかかる者も多ございます。
そうか。なんとかして塩を手に入れねばな。
So that is some information about the salt that we can bring back to the one merchant that we saw in the memory at Ashira Estates. I'm gonna try to stealth the big dude first, and maybe these guys. No problem. Suck up the gold. Grab this. Grab the balloon. And work our way down here. Make sure you have your shurikens equipped for this. We're gonna see some monkeys. Shuriken them. Come on down here, and there is an idol. First grab this. We're gonna hit. There's an item over there. Go ahead and grab this. So you don't really want to do this area. I think this is more like a late game area. So we're just gonna grab this item and then grapple. Oh, mistakes were made. We didn't hit the idol because I thought there was a grapple back, but there is not. So we're gonna have to go back to the other idol and come back down here and actually unlock this idol. That is my fault. Son of a bitch. anyways, once you do that, hopefully just do it right the first time. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. We're able to farm some gold and some XP, so it's never a terrible thing. Come over here real quick. Just make sure. Yeah, actually, we forgot something, so I need to go do a small portion of this area again. There's actually one more way that we can pick up a few more items before we grab that. I apologize, it was a little bit sloppy, my routes. But anyways, when you come over here the first time, come up here first. Or at least go down, hit the idol, go across, get that item, teleport back to that idol, and come back up here, and just get this. And this is a little bit tricky, but what you want to do, you want to hit the wall, and when you double jump, you want to pull back on the analog stick and then grapple on the wall. Looks a little weird, but it's not that difficult to do. Come over here, grab this item, and remember there is a little boss in the water, so we're going to leave that alone for now. Just come on over here. You're going to grab this. Grapple on out. Alright, so now we're going to go back over here. Just run since it's right here. Then we're going to go to the left. We're going to grab this item. It is a dragon's droplet, I believe. How many do I have, by the way? Just one? Alright, you can hold more than one. Just make sure you hold more than one. Grab that. Yep, we have one and one in storage. Okay. That'll come in handy for dragon route later on. Once we cross that bridge, we'll talk about it. But for now, jump on over here. Grab this sugar. And the best way to do this is just to come to the right over here. And we're going to grapple on up there. There's a lot of ranged enemies over here. And on these towers is the giant cannon guy that we saw earlier, in one of the earlier episodes. And we killed them, but if you didn't kill them, you know just how fucking obnoxious they can be. Dispatch these guys. Right, instead of going down there, we're going to work our way back up. Because like I said, there is a lot of ranged enemies. And there is another cannon guy. So we want to get rid of them first before we kind of aggro everybody. But first, we're going to drop down to this house where you see this hole. And this is the Black Badger Bandit, I believe is his name. This is what we saw some people talking about him earlier. And he sells two very important things. He sells like the hats that they wear. I think it's like the Iron Fortress, and that is another prosthetic upgrade that we can get. And then he sells a move, which is it's an aerial death blow. So anybody who jumps, any enemy that jumps in the air is in the air. If you jump and you time it right, you can do an automatic death blow to them in the air. I highly recommend getting both of them. They do cost some gold, so you might need to farm. But definitely get the Fortress prosthetic tool, definitely. And if you don't get it, later on in the game, this guy does go away. But if you don't have that upgrade, he'll leave it right here for you to pick up. Just some food for thought.
おめえみてえなやつを待ってたところだぜ。銭がたまるまで気が向 次まあばよ。ようまあばよ。
We don't have enough for the move, but it's fine. We got the upgrade. And now over here is going to be the big cannon, bro. And we want to get out first. And then we can kill all of his buddies. There's an alarm, bro. Only a couple enemies left anyway, so it doesn't matter. Grab the gold. Don't worry about these items right now. We're gonna make sure we dispatch everybody first before we get all that loot. Alright, I think that's everybody. Come back up, grab all this, grab the shard, sugar, coin purse, and a fistful of ash. Just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Also, do we have enough money now?
よう
I guess I could have just checked, but it's fine.
あばよ。
Well, we might have enough money. Okay. So now we're gonna get the
また
fortress. The Iron Fortress. Okay, so now we got that. And like I said, we don't have enough for the move quite yet. Oh, there was one more bro here. Alrighty. So after that, we're gonna come down here. There's a little item we can get. Now we're gonna go back to the shrine, the idol. Came over here because there's a few things we want to get. We want to get those. Just to make sure. I know we're going to fall down the hole. That's where we fought the mini boss. Girls, relax. Okay, so what just happened right there is I jumped off that thing that you saw, and there was no way to get back up because I wanted to get that item. So I just used the idol and I teleported back to the idol right there. I just cut that out because I've already made a bunch of pathing mistakes in this one, so just wanted to cut that out. So yeah, don't jump down there. Just open that door, get those items by the tree, then drop down here. And we're going to hit this idol. There's a few things we can get, and there is a NPC that we're going to talk to. I'll explain that once we get to him. First, let's eavesdrop.
この辺りに忍びが入り込んだそうだ。探してくれ。心得たな。ピンポンではない。ああ、それだけ戦が近いということじゃろう。だからこそ放ってはおけぬのだ。
And if you've noticed by now, this area might look a little bit familiar. This is actually where we were in the opening of the game. This is the bridge where we eavesdropped. This was our escape path. But like I mentioned earlier, there are a few things we want to get. There's a few little rats, so make sure you have your axe equipped. Excuse me. You can actually death blow this guy, but we kind of fucked it up, but it's fine. Get the gold. Stealth blow this guy. Get the loot. Get the gold. And then you can jump on down and kill this guy. Grapple on up. And then like I said, this is the door where we went, but we cannot go there yet. So we're going to grapple on back. I think you can take this way. Grapple on or not. Alright. When you fall to your quote-unquote death, you just lose some health, but you don't actually die unless you're low on health, to where when you fall, you know, you don't have any more health for it to take away, and you cannot resurrect, so it's just something to keep in mind when falling. But otherwise, falling like that is not too big of a deal. So we're going to work our way back this way. There's a couple more things. I think it's not in there. Let me just check my notes real quick. So we went over there. Grapple over here. Is it over here? Give me 1 second. Let me check the notes. I don't want to go the wrong way, because we've already had a couple of mishaps on this episode. Just bear with me for a moment. Alright, so it is up here. So you want to grapple the tree, grapple up here. I'm going to kill this alarm bro. But when we do kill these enemies, we're not going to be doing that right this second. We're going to come on over here. And this is the NPC I was talking about. This guy right here. Talk to him, let his dialogue play for a moment.
Makoto. Oi. 誰を呼んでおる。もう一度。お主。
So just to touch on it briefly, I'm going to go ahead and skip some of his dialogue. That NPC that we talked to in the dungeon, you can choose to send him there There's another option if you don't, but we're going to send him to the dungeon, which is going to send him to the other NPC that we talked about, and it's going to advance his dialogue, and he'll give us some lump wax and some other upgrading mats, and then we'll go over that quest once we get there in a couple of other episodes. So that's what we just did there. And then over here, just to show you, there is an enemy. These guys are they're really tough. They're a pain in the ass. So I would not recommend doing that and fighting this guy right now. We're gonna get a little bit stronger and do some other things. But when you do want to fight him, this is where he is. You know where he is. You can come up here and get a quick death blow on him. And yeah, but for now, we're not going to worry about this guy. So now that we're over here, we're not going to worry about the enemies just yet. We want to open this with the gate key that we required from earlier. Open up your treasure chests. And we got the spear, which is another prosthetic upgrade. So we now have the spear and the dual blades. I don't want to butcher the name again, but yeah. So anyways, now we can start dispatching some of these enemies. You see there's a couple of big bros down here. And then on the castle that we went to at the beginning of the game, where we first talked to the boy, there's a boss up there. We're not going to be fighting him just yet, but just something worth noting. Just going to kill some of these enemies. If the big boys see us, we probably just don't. We won't worry about it. But if you're able to death blow some people, you can go ahead. I just wanted to show you that the boss was over there. But we will be getting these items. But for now, like I said, and you can kind of see him up there. Messed up the death blow opportunities. Fine, big boy has seen us. So I just want to grab these items real quick. Yep. And yeah, now we're going to run back to this idol. Like I said, we'll be killing those people when we actually come back to fight that boss. But for now, we're not going to worry about it. Rest up. And yeah, okay. So we're going to travel back to the temple, and we're going to get these 2 upgrades that we just got. We're going to get those bad boys equipped. Alright, one last thing. We're going to be unlocking a idle checkpoint for the next episode, because we're going to be fighting 3 bosses in the next episode, and one of them is one of these blue robe bros. So we're going to be setting up for that. So as you can see, there's a couple of enemies here. Once that guy passes up, sneak on over to this guy. And might be able to hear some noise in the background. It is the garbage truck emptying the dumpsters. Impeccable timing. But anyways, we killed the old lady. She's pretty much like a alert person, like the pots and the pans. She'll alert other people. Come over here. Get this guy. Get this. In this room, there's going to be 2 enemies. You're going to be able to only stealth kill one, which is this guy right here. And he's going to leave the other blue robe guy that we were practicing on earlier. And you get to face him. Alright, to clean these guys up. And grab these 2 items. And before we... you can grab up here. We're going to be going up here. Grab this other sugar. But before we go up here, actually, you're going to want to hug this wall. It's a fake wall. Come on over here. You're going to get the loots. Grab yourself a prayer bead. Feels good. Grab the other loot. There is one behind here. I think that's it, but let me just make sure. Okay. So we're going to go back to the wall. We're going to grapple up. This next part can get a little tricky. You're only able to get a death blow on one of them. And other enemies can come. Unfortunately, you can't get the blue bro, but it can get a little tricky. So if that does happen, I'll show you what to do. But if it doesn't, then we'll just kill these bros. There's a dual blade, so it puts the poison on it. Like I said, it's pretty effective against the blue bros. All his buddies came, so what we're going to do, open the door. Remember before, you get iframes during this. So I'm going to kind of run. So at this point, I'm just going to be running, try to be able to get past them. And we're going to be just working our way to the next idol. Run by them. This way, up the stairs, grab this. Grab this. Hit the idol. And that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, like I said, we're going to be fighting 3 bosses. Actually, let me look at these skills real quick. Flowing water, we want to get this. We want to get all of that, and then the Jumanji double. That'll be the last skill that we're going to get in that tree, and then we're going to work on some other things. But anyways, like I was saying, the next episode we will be fighting 3 bosses, one of which is right here at this idol. That's the blue robe bro. Then we're going to be fighting the big drunken guy in Hashira Estates, and we'll be fighting the butterfly lady. So those will be the 2 bosses that we fight, or the 3 bosses that we're fighting in the next episode. So the next episode is kind of a little crazy. But anyways, here we're going to upgrade whatever we can. Get the spring loaded axe. It doesn't really matter. kind of upgrade whatever you want. We're going to pretty much, like I said, be upgrading everything else. So it's fine. And that's going to wrap it up. I'll see y'all in the next episode.